I did something this week. Hey guys, welcome to the Friday Hangout. I'm going to tell you what's been going on this week and then I'm going to go to your questions, and I've got even more questions to answer from you guys than I do like normally. I'm just going to try and ramp it up. The first thing I did this week, I ordered the car. You know, I've been like talking about getting this car for so long now, and I did a vlog about it and I was asking you about the red or the blue. Some of you have been saying what happened with it? Did you order it in the end? I actually hate trying to buy cars because you have to play this really tedious game where it's like, you know, you're working out like the price of it and the spec, and that part of it I hate. It's so boring, it's so monotonous. It's like, let's just cut to the chase here and work out what is the best price you can do. What can we do for it? Anyway, we got there in the end and it was like a scary thing, but I put in my order. This is my order form. Sort of got your details on the front and it says there what it is that you've ordered. Then it's got pictures. You know what colour it is. You know what colour it is. I went for the reds. Most of you, I think, said red in the end, and the reason why I decided not to go with that blue colour, although I loved it, I thought to myself, I'm gonna have some days where I'm like in a more serious mood and that car's not gonna, like the red's just more classic, isn't it? With a bit of black interior. Let me show you this so you can see. How nice is that? So this is the Carrera 4 and it's got like the wider body on it, and I also got these black lights on the back. I'm really sorry for anyone who's not into cars, but if you are, I hope that has sort of like answered it. And I did do it, I'd like Snapchat the whole thing. When did I do this? I think it was Thursday. Pretty sure it was Thursday. Yeah, so I Snapchat the whole thing. And it was very exciting and very scary at the same time. I don't get the car until beginning of November. It goes into, I think it's going to go into build in September, and then it takes a couple of months for them to build it, and you just got to wait. That's the only annoying thing. You just got to wait for the time it takes to get it. Now I'm going to answer your questions. You know that Friday has become about you guys, and I like this because I think it's more personal. The first comment, question comment, is from Amina. This was left on the Christian Dior versus the Chanel mini flat bag. And Amina was saying that you love the first and the second one, and that I'm so close to 100,000 subs. Gonna tell all your friends about the channel so that you can get there faster. Wow, thank you so much, Amina. That really means a lot, and I appreciate that you like that video as well. Yasmin has written, please answer me, Sophie. Okay. Absolutely love your videos. They really inspire me to work hard. Quick question. What's your opinion on the Chanel baby pink boy wallet? Do you think it's worth the price? Hell yes. I just think be careful about what's the word? What leather you get it in. They've got this particular leather. I think, what is it? It's like lambskin or something. And it's what my Chanel boy's made out of, and it's really delicate and it rubs like an absolute bitch. Like, there's nothing you can do for that bag. It's gonna get scuffed up really quickly, and on light pink it's gonna show even more. They do have that material. I think it's like an almost patented calf skin, and it's like got a it's not patent, it's not shiny, but it's got like a sheen to it, and it's way more hard wearing. And if it's in that, do you know what, if you do actually manage to find that, please can you let me know, because I've been looking for the same thing for ages and I can't find it. It's Only War Paint, who I love seeing in the comments. I feel like I've known you forever. This was a comment that you left on that video about where I was talking about the incident that happened to me when I was walking to my car after work, and there was this couple outside the office arguing. I got like you know when you just get like a sixth sense weird vibe? I just got a really like bad vibe from them. And I sort of came out the front of the office, saw them, and then sort of like skirted around them and was walking to my car, and I just happened to like look behind me when I was walking to my car, and the guy was like walking towards me. I start running, he starts running. Quite a few of you were like, if you were running, how didn't he catch you up? I don't know. Like, I really, honestly, when I was running down the hill that night, and I said this in that video, I was fully expecting a hand to like get my neck or my hair or my arm or my bag or whatever. I was fully expecting it. I don't know how he didn't catch up. I don't know. All I know is that he followed me into that car park. I made it to my car. I was absolutely bricking it. Can you believe it? It was one of those nights there was not a person around. I mean, Normally, like, Guildford's quite a busy place as well. Normally there's one person, but I couldn't find a single person, and it was the most scariest thing ever. And his girlfriend was like waiting at the top of the hill when I drove my car out. It was awful. And you were saying in that comment that you're not sure what some females are thinking when they get involved in crimes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the whole motive was. I sort of felt like I walked out the front of the building and they looked at me, and I don't know, maybe she was like, go and get me that bag. I don't know, but I felt like I was gonna get robbed that night. That was my gut feel. And I don't know why she would want to be involved with that, but then some people do. Bell4902 has said, hi Sophie, I was wondering how you paid off your school debt, or if you have any. Here in America, school loans are extremely difficult to pay off. It usually takes 10 to 20 years to pay them off. I love your videos and congrats on the 92 subscribers. Thank you. Yeah, I still do have some leftover student loan. I don't know how much now. It's probably like under 5,000, but it's taken a long time to pay it off, an incredible long time. You've just got to, like in the UK, I don't know if it's the same in the US, but with your student loan, once you start earning a certain threshold, they take a certain percentage out of your salary, like before, is it before tax? And so yeah, they just do that. So you sort of, I don't want to say you don't notice it, because on your pay slip it tells you how much you would get if they weren't taking that amount out, and I'm pretty sure the amount they take out, I would notice it. But yeah, I'm still paying mine off. Priya has said, hi Sophie, I'm wondering if you still want the Balmoral jacket even though that you had that horrible experience. You know what, I still actually do want that jacket. And do you know what, that video, like, I feel like it's calmed down now. I'm just gonna say it. That whole thing happened in Harrods, and I was actually in Harrods a couple of weeks ago, and I'm gonna do a haul. I've got some amazing things, guys, that I picked up in the Harrods sale. I mean, that sale was absolutely sick. It was incredible. I think it's still on. I'm gonna show you the stuff I got this Sunday, so tune in for that. But I walked past Belmont on the day that I was in Harrods, and because they had like a sales rack in there, I so wanted to go in there and like have a look, but just after that experience, I just wasn't in the mood for it. And I don't know, if I do get that jacket, I will buy it online. Aliyah Brown has said, Sophie, I adore your videos and transparency. P.S. in Jamaica, oh yeah, P.S. in Jamaica, the eggs are kept on the counter. First of all, I really want to go to Jamaica, like you don't even know. To be honest, I'd like a holiday anywhere right now, like you don't even know. But Aliyah, I included your comment in because there's still this whole discussion going on about the eggs, and I find it really funny. Kaylee Gray has written to say, I don't have Chanel or Dior money for a bag, but I'm looking for a classic black bag. I don't care too much about resale value as I plan on keeping it, so I just want to wear it really. I'm deciding between the Burberry Banner Tote in black or the Fendi Petite Toujours, or is it Toujours? I don't know what Burberry is like at making handbags, but I like the look of this one. Has anyone owned a bag by either of these brands? I have not owned a bag by either brand actually. If I was going to go for one, I actually have been eyeing up the Fendi recently. I think the one I've been looking at is the, what is it, the Trois Jours, I think it's called. I have been considering it. Maybe I will. I'll tell you the other one that I've been considering at the moment. And I was in Harrods last week, and I was looking at it, and I actually said to myself in my head, I was like, I can't believe we're looking at this. The Gucci Dionysus. I think I told you guys a couple of months ago, I'm never buying Gucci again. The reason for that is they make really beautiful bags and they're really pretty, but I do like to buy a bag that is not one of those trend bags. Like, I like to buy a bag that in 2-3 years, it's still cool, I can still wear it. Like my Chanel Boy. It might be a little bit weather beaten now, but I bought that in 2014. I still wear it out now. It still looks cool. People still like notice it. It still looks like in fashion, like in keeping with the outfit, on trend. Whereas my Gucci Boston bags, which are really pretty, really nice, I don't really use them now because I feel like they're sort of out of style. And I feel like that could happen with the Gucci Dionysus, but I'm way tempted by it. And I think that I would probably get the small size, not the mini, the small size. I really like it in the blue with the blooms on it. Sorry, Kaylee, to answer your question. I've never had Burberry and I've never had Fendi, so I can't answer. I'd probably go for the Fendi over the Burberry. I know you're not interested in resale, but I think that Fendi's probably gonna have the edge. And if anyone can help Kaylee, if you've got either of the bags, then please like say something in the comments, that'd be really handy. Deeb22223 has said, Sophie, I wondered how you can afford Belmont. Honestly, I honestly understand saving, etc., but £2,000 for jeans or £4,000 for a dress, don't you find their prices a bit steep, especially for clothing? I would understand a bag or shoes because they can be worn all the time, but clothes. Right, and I wanted to answer this question because it's quite interesting, and Patrick's mentioned that I don't normally spend that much money on expensive clothing. I save up for accessories, which is so true. The reason, right, I would never go into Belmont and spend like 4 grand on a dress. I just wouldn't do it. The only thing from there that I have always had playing on my mind is that classic blazer. And that classic blazer is around about £1,000. And in fact, the day that I went to look at it, there was a 10% off day. So it worked out at like the top end of 800, which is still a lot for a blazer, but it's like, that is a classic blazer that has been around. I've wanted that blazer for literally like 2-3 years now. And it's just classic. So no, I wouldn't go in there and spend £2,000 on jeans or £4,000 on a dress. Never, that's not my thing. And normally I would only buy inexpensive clothing because I change my style so much and I'm just not a massive consumer of clothing. But that is one jacket, one item that I feel differently about that I've always wanted. So that's sort of why. Ruth Nicholson has said the thumbnail the thumbnail picture is evidence that that was David who took my bag. OMG, call the police now. The creepy guy has been in your house the whole time. Sarcastic joke. I actually laughed about that because this was on that video again, the one where I got followed to my car that night, and I got David to like help me do the thumbnail. And yeah, there was a few people that were like, he's the culprit. Jen has said, how did you make your relationship with your boyfriend last so well? We always say to each other, and I don't want to sound like one of those sickly couples that are just intoxicating, but we always say to each other that we're lucky that we found each other. We honestly don't really argue. He's like living with a girlfriend. That is what he's like. And we just get on. And I think what really helps is when you're both on the same wavelength. So what I mean by that is whether it's like how you look after the kids if you've got kids, or what you do for a job, or even things like if you're living with your boyfriend or your husband, even things like cleanliness of the house. If there's one of you that's got like a really high level of requirements when it comes to cleanliness and the other one couldn't give a damn, then that can cause bickering. But I think it helps when you're both sort of pretty much equal on what you accept, what your expectations are. And because of that, we're both like pretty equal on what we both think of things, so we don't really argue. It's probably not really very helpful. Patrick has said, nothing I can relate to, but still a nice video. I could watch you talking about anything. Thank you, Patrick. That was to do with that scarf tying video. I'll link to it below if you haven't seen it. If you've got a bag and you want to like make it look a bit different, you need to check out that video. Joe Collins, who I also see in the comments quite a lot. This was again on that video I did where I was followed from my office. And Joe, I think I remember you saying actually you're from the Guildford area. So I'm like from the Guildford area too. And you were saying that you never like parking in that car park, you don't know why. And that you have a funny feeling up that end of town. And it's really weird that you say this because I've always, sorry for anyone who doesn't know Guildford, and this is irrelevant too, but like this particular area of Guildford this happened in, don't know why, but I've always had like a funny vibe there. It's sort of like, I don't go there. I only went there because I was working there at the time, but yeah, Joe, I completely agree with you. Rachael Mullins, I have to compliment you on your multicam skills and editing between cuts on this. Thank you, Rachel. That was again on that scarf video. I'm trying to get more into like filming stuff, so I've got multiple cameras going on, and it's not going to be relevant for every video, but that was one where I tried it and it's all worked out. Amy has written to ask whether I've ever got my teeth whitened, or like, is it anything that I'd ever consider? I have actually had my teeth whitened before. I've done it actually 3 different ways, and I've got a tip on this one. The first way I did it was using the is it whitening lightning or white lightning? Yeah, I think it's whitening lightning. It's part of Gerard Cosmetics, and you get like a little UV thing that you put in your mouth. That was okay. It was actually pretty good. The only thing with that is that gel gets on your gums and it sort of burns. So that was the first way. The second way was I went to a dentist, I went to my dentist and got them done professionally. That again, it's all right. but actually it's a waste of money, because unless you've got really stained teeth from like coffee, smoking, red wine, like whatever, it doesn't do an amazing thing. Like, I'm sort of quite lucky because my teeth are quite naturally white, but I just wanted to like make them like porcelain white, which actually is never going to happen. I had this thing done, I think it was called the Philips Zoom whitening, and you can get that for quite cheap these days. Like, do not be conned into like paying like I've seen some places have like £600, and that is just like a joke. I paid like £160, and you can get it done for less now. You are there for quite a while. You've got like all this stuff in your mouth, like you've got gunge on your gums to stop the product getting on it. And they sort of like put the product on, then they put this UV light in your mouth, they leave you there for like 20 minutes or whatever, then they take it all off, then they put more of the stuff on, then they put the UV thing back on, and you have like 6 of them, so you're there for like a couple of hours. It was okay, but it wasn't amazing at the end. What really worked for me is I went to the dentist and I got what are they, like retainers, hard retainers, and then I bought from my dentist, it was like £30. It was about £60 to have the retainers made, and it was about £30 for the whitening stuff. And I put the whitening stuff in, and in the day when I'm not taking any calls and I'm just like on my computer, I'll put the trays in. That works so good. I literally just have it in for like an hour a day every so often, and that is brilliant. So that's what I would recommend, and it does work. Asia has said, are you going to the British GP? Have thought about it. We have thought about it, but probably not. We're just so busy at the moment. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the time. Miss Alex has said, hi Sophie, can you give me an update on this was the Charlotte Tilbury products. Do you still use the mascara? I really want to get it, but I've seen lots of mixed reviews. Okay, that mascara, on first impressions, it was good. I am actually wearing it at the moment with my own false lash extensions, and the ones that I'm wearing are the style Velvet. The mascara is fine for the top lashes, but I don't use it on the bottom ones because I've got quite long lashes on the bottoms, and when I talk or smile they sort of touch my cheek, and I was finding that in the day I'd like look in the mirror, I'd have like blotches of black all under my eye. I actually did a few videos, and then I noticed it when I was editing that had happened, and it really annoyed me so much. I was like, how can you charge that much money for a mascara and you don't even test it properly, because that happens. So I'm using it up, and I just use it on the top lashes. It is amazing. It makes you look like you've got full lash extensions on. It looks incredible, but it smudges. So I use a different mascara on my lower lash line. Vernice has said, do you ship international? This is on the eyelashes. Yeah, I do. I ship worldwide, so it doesn't matter where you live. And there's even like a tab on the top of the website, so you can pick your currency and you can pay for the lashes in your currency. Rachel has said, do you use your YouTube money to help you buy Lux as well as a second income? I don't know how much people think that YouTubers earn, but I don't think it's as much as you would think. I don't even earn enough out of YouTube to warrant. You get paid in like an AdSense account, and I just leave it in there because by the time I've declared tax for it, because I do it under my business, by the time I've put it through for tax, it's like shrapnel. It's really nothing. And no, I don't use it for that. One day if it gets that much, like, it would be quite nice. Hey, it's Amy has said, did you pay tax when you had the Kylie lip kits through? Yeah, I did. I paid about £17.99, so nearly £20 in tax. Let me know what you think of this format of video. I really want my Friday videos to be an exclusive thing that's really designed for subscribers. I'm going to be back this Sunday, and I've got a really exciting video this Sunday because I went shopping to Harrods last week. I got some amazing things in the sale, and for anyone who's going to Harrods anytime soon, you're going to want to see this because normally the sale's full of bits of rubbish, but honestly, I didn't know what had gone on in there. I thought actually the first thing I bought, I thought the lady had made a mistake at the till, and I was like, as I walked away, I was like, oh my god, like, did I just get it for that price? Then I looked at a receipt and I realised it was in the sale. Like, unbelievable things. So come check that video out on Sunday. Thank you for watching. Come and join me in the next video. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna link to it there in that white thing. Click on it and I'll see you in 5.